Are you wondering whether your girlfriend actually likes you for you? This can sound like a nasty question, but there are some girls out there who only couple up because they like the attention from a boyfriend, any half-decent boyfriend. In this guide, we'll explore the telltale signs that your girlfriend is just using you for attention. We'll also take a look at how to address the situation if it turns out she is doing this. 1. She doesn't ask you about your day. This kind of selfish behavior is unacceptable. You need to have someone in your life who cares about what happened during your day. If you are in a partnership where the care and concern are not reciprocated, it might be a good idea to spend one night apart. Take a break from her and see how she likes that. Say that you need some space to think. 2. She doesn't make an effort to get to know you. If you are dating someone who doesn't ask you questions to get to know the real you, she doesn't care very much about who you are. Instead, she's just using you as a sounding board, a person to talk 8 rather than 2. Find someone who knows how to treat another person fairly. 3. She doesn't make time for you when she's busy. This sign is especially obvious when she expects you to be there for her and make time for her, even when you are too busy to do so. This is a classic sign of a person using you for attention. They want all the glory and fun for themselves, but won't share themselves when the roles are reversed. 4. She makes you feel exhausted. Being around someone who talks only about one thing, themselves, is exhausting. It's much healthier to be around a person who can both give and take. That's really the only fair way to have a conversation. Find a good listener as the one, not someone needy. 5. She doesn't give you quality time together. Spending quality time together is a necessary component of any healthy partnership. If you want to be with a person who loves and cares about you, they will make time for you. You will get that alone time. If you don't see that, you may want to move on to the next person in line. You deserve someone who wants to be close to you. 6. She doesn't provide you with the intimacy you need. Have you noticed her alarm going off at the moment when you are about to kiss her? Does she all of a sudden have to go when things get romantic? Those aren't great signs. She may very well be using you for some other reason. You don't have to stick around to find out what that is. Find someone who will adore you for who you are. 7. She ditches your plans for someone else. You planned a nice candlelit dinner and cooked your famous meatloaf. You've been in the kitchen for hours, and you really have hope that this girl is the one for you, right? Suddenly, something better comes along. More exciting plans, and she ditches you. That behavior is completely unfair to you and the efforts you have put forth. 8. She has an excuse for everything. There may be moments when you can straight call her out on some of the stuff she's trying to pull, but somehow she's always got an excuse for her behavior. Some reason for why she is the way she is, a reason that never involves her taking any responsibilities. I hope you know you don't have to continue putting up with that. 9. She complains to you all of the time. Someone who enjoys sucking the life out of others enjoys complaining. They like to hear themselves talk, even if the topic is very negative and makes them look bad. One way or another, they get the floor, and that's all they want, complete attention paid to them. 10. She has told you her life story, but there's no reciprocation. You may not have had a chance to tell her anything about your life because she is always the topic of conversation. Men are great listeners. They don't usually mind letting girls tell their life stories, but at some point, she has to start wondering where you came from. If she's not, she is just using you for attention. 11. She requires a lot of compliments. Often, a girl who has this disorder finds ways to fish for compliments. She knows exactly what to say to make you compliment her and to make her feel better about herself. The big question here is, does she do the same for you? If she doesn't give you compliments as well, something courteous, she may be very selfish. 12. She picks her phone over you, every time. Have you noticed her addicted to her phone when she's around you? Sure, she makes time to talk and at least pretend to listen when you give her advice, but her phone is another story altogether. She may be addicted to Candy Crush or social media. Whatever it is, she deems it more important to you. Take the hint and ditch her. 13. She brags way too much. Along with loving to hear herself talk, she may love to boast about the wonderful traits she has. You probably have heard it all before since you have given her plenty of compliments to help build her self-esteem. Just think about what it will be like in 25 years if you stay with her in a marriage, for example. Think ahead. 14. She never asks for advice when it comes to her problems. One thing that is very hard to be around is a person with a ton of problems who doesn't really care about solving them. Instead, they just want to complain about their lot in life. She may not ask for advice because she has no plans to escape the trouble she's in. The negative drama is still exciting to her and gives her plenty to talk about. 15. She hasn't expressed real feelings for you. Has she ever said she loves you? Does she show it with the things she does? If she doesn't say anything, that may be okay because not everyone is comfortable talking about their emotions. However, if she hasn't demonstrated those feelings in her actions, you may be dealing with a selfish individual who doesn't want anything real with you. 16. She isn't interested in you as a person. She may listen to you talk about your day from time to time, but does she ask what your favorite color is or remember it when you tell her? Does she make a real effort to get to know the real you? If you always have to volunteer information that she doesn't care to listen to, she may not really care about you as an individual. You deserve better. If you find yourself constantly taking care of a girl like this, or are already in a relationship with someone like this, you may find yourself being quite neglected. No one is there to tend to your needs if the relationship is all about meeting her attention-seeking needs. Does this girl seem mildly interested in you, but you still feel like something is missing? If you are not getting any attention, you may feel as though you are unlovable. You may find that the light at the end of the tunnel is an end to this attention-seeking behavior. That may mean breaking up with her or leaving the situation for a certain period of time. Take a break until you feel like she's changed this selfish behavior. You don't want to wake up one day in the future to a selfish, drama-seeking wife who leaves you exhausted and unhappy.